Alright, quick question for you. Have you ever looked at a Jeep climbing over rocks the size of a dishwasher and thought to yourself, that looks awesome? And then immediately followed it up with, yeah, but I'd probably roll my vehicle down a mountain and end up on YouTube. I completely understand that. Getting into off-roading can feel intimidating when you're new. There's a lot of gear, a lot of techniques, and a lot of people who throw around phrases like articulation, locking diffs, and just bump it. And you're sitting there thinking, I just learned where the 4 low button is. That's exactly why communities like Girls Play Off-Road exist. Girls Play Off-Road was created to empower women, build confidence on the trails, and help people learn off-roading the right way, safely, confidently, and with a supportive group of people who actually want you to succeed. And today, I want to give you 3 reasons why a new off-roader should seriously consider joining Girls Play Off-Road. First, you learn from people who actually know what they're doing and what they're talking about. Let's be honest. When you first get into off-roading, your main source of education is usually one of 2 places: YouTube, or that one friend who says things like, bro, trust me, just send it. Those are not always the same thing as good advice. Girls Play Off-Road is packed with experienced off-roaders who know how to teach real-world skills like picking the right line on a trail, how to drive over rocks without destroying your suspension, vehicle recovery techniques, and how to not panic when your Jeep is tilted at an angle that makes your brain go, okay, this is how it ends. One of the first lessons they teach is, if you see a rock, put your tire on it. Now, when a lot of people first hear that, they think, that sounds insane, because your natural instinct is, if I see a rock, avoid it at all costs. But once you understand how traction works, suddenly that rock becomes your best friend instead of your worst enemy. Girls Play Off-Road offers training days, workshops, and newbie events where beginners can learn these skills step by step. So instead of guessing, you're learning from people who've already made the mistakes so you don't have to. Second, it's one of the most supportive communities you'll ever find. Let's talk about something that doesn't get discussed often in off-roading: confidence. Because the first time you approach an obstacle that looks like a rock staircase designed by Satan himself, your brain starts doing math you've never done before. Okay, if the Jeep flips, insurance covers, maybe, wait, no. Does it cover? I don't know. This is where having the right people around you makes all the difference. Girls Play Off-Road was built around a simple idea. Everyone should feel welcome. Everyone should feel safe. And everyone should leave the trail more confident than when they arrived. There's no ego, there's no drama, and nobody is standing there judging you if you stall halfway up a hill. Instead, you'll hear things like, take it slow, you got this, give it a little more, okay, now turn, no, the other way. And by the end of the day, the person who is nervous in the morning is usually the one saying, okay, what's the next obstacle? The transformation happens all the time, because when people support each other, amazing things happen. Also, the radio banter alone is worth joining. You haven't lived until you've heard a group of off-roaders roasting each other over the trail radios for 6 hours. And the final reason Girls Play Off-Road is about more than just off-roading. Here's something a lot of people really respect about the group. It's not just about Jeeps and mud. It's about community, family, and giving back. The organization has supported charities like the Purple Elf Program, Breast Cancer Research, and Jeepers Back the Blue. They've even hosted charity events where hundreds of prom dresses were collected for teens who otherwise couldn't afford one. That's the kind of impact that turns a hobby into something bigger. And as the community grew, the group also expanded to welcome families and all types of vehicles. So whether you drive a Jeep, a truck, an SUV, or something that technically wasn't designed for rock crawling, but you're going to try anyways, you're welcome. Because the goal isn't just wheeling, it's getting people outside, disconnecting from screens, getting kids in nature, and building friendships that last way longer than a day on the trail. At the end of the day, off-roading isn't really about vehicles. It's about the people you share the trail with. Girls Play Off-Road was created as a place where beginners can learn, grow, laugh, and sometimes get a little muddy along the way. Okay, well, a lot of muddy. So if you're new to off-roading and want to build real skills while being surrounded by some incredibly supportive people, go check out Girls Play Off-Road. Their website is below, so you can learn more and see how to get involved. And who knows, your first obstacle might look terrifying in the morning, but by the afternoon, you might be the one saying, all right, let's run it again.